Hello everyone, Pazu here. Welcome back to Moebius Empire Rising. Okay, assignment completed.
Is this a joke?
Not at all. What do you see?
His biography reads like that of Raffaello Sanzio d'Urbino, the 15th century painter better known as Raphael.
You do not disappoint, Mr. Rector. Such a pleasure to finally meet you. Truly, I'm delighted.
Wonderful. Now perhaps we can discuss the job you have for me.
But what about that exercise? Why is it relevant?
I still don't see the point of that exercise. A modern man happens to have a similar life story to a famous painter. What of it?
Indeed. Its relevancy to us needn't concern you. All we ask for is your expertise in making the historical connection.
And about the new job?
Do you have a job for me, Mr. Dexter, or not?
I do. The job is in Venice. A young woman of wealth and high birth was murdered there a week ago. Her name was Bianca Cardolo. I'd like you to go to Venice and investigate who she was, and do what you just did so magnificently. See if she reminds you of any historical person. That is all.
I don't investigate deaths. Hire a detective.
We're not looking for her killer, only the facts of her life. A brief biography, if you will. And for you to document any connections you draw to any figure in history. Perhaps there will be none. That's acceptable as well. You get paid 20 to 30,000 for your work for the auction houses. I'll pay you 50. It should take you no more than a week. What say you, Mr. Rector?
Ooh, $50,000 in exchange for 1 week of work. I am interested, but let's say I might be interested.
I might be interested. But first I want to know why you're keen on this particular woman.
Yes.
And what the point is behind these comparisons to people in history.
I'm afraid any further information is classified at a high security level.
That makes me more interested. But for the sake of it, let's say I am not interested. What are you going to do?
Sorry, I'm not interested. Whatever new age mumbo-jumbo you're into, I live on the planet Earth, where there are no reincarnations, avatars of the god Shiva, or any such nonsense. And I'm afraid I'm booked up working for Earthlings for the foreseeable future.
Wow.
Tell me this. You saw our security procedures. What kind of entity would you say we are? And do you think an entity like that would be into mumbo-jumbo?
Quite possibly. But I'm still not interested.
I'm still not interested.
That's disappointing. I hope you'll reconsider. I think you'd find the investigation quite fascinating.
Oh, wait, hold on. What if I just walk out this door? Are you guys gonna stop me? Oh, looks like I can leave.
Pass through the scanner, sir.
So, is that the end of the game? Why don't we talk to the god?
I need to go back up to Dexter's office.
Hey,
Go
no.
ahead.
Mr. Rector, I'm glad you decided to return.
Well, you have roused my curiosity, I suppose.
I didn't have a choice. Oh well. And he's nodding his head. So about this entity.
This is a government agency of some sort, isn't it?
You won't get answers here, Mr. Rector, but you might get them in Venice.
Alright. I surrender. Offer me the job again.
About that job.
Yes?
I'll take it, yes.
I'll take the job.
Excellent. I know you won't disappoint me, Mr. Rector. Speak to the guard in the lobby. He'll give you your plane tickets. And Godspeed. I very much look forward to hearing your report when you return from Venice. I'll forward the relevant information about Bianca Cardolo to your phone.
Very well. Goodbye.
Okay, so
Pass through the
$50,000.
scanner, sir.
But what about daily allowance? Huh, should have discussed this with him. Alright, plane tickets. God.
Mr. Dexter said you have plane tickets for me?
Yes, sir. Have a good trip, sir.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Looks like I've taken care of everything here. I should head to the airport for my trip to Venice.
Alright, so trip to Venice. And what happened to those plane tickets? They're not here. Invisible plane tickets. Alright, let's leave. We are boarding an invisible plane, so guess that's okay. Alright, before we go to the airport, I think we should talk to our manager back at the Rector's Antiques. Alright, so any messages, any phone calls?
I've taken a job for that new client, Amble Dexter. I leave for Venice today.
God, why am I not surprised? Well, I'll hold down the fort as usual. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, well then. See you, Gretchen. Oh, should we grab our suitcase?
There's nothing else I need from my suitcase at the moment.
Oh, I'm going empty-handed, no suitcase. Alright. And Venice, here we go.
I started a dossier on Bianca Cardolo based on the information Dexter sent me. I should start there.
So, Bianca Cardolo. Malachi keeps the info he learns on his phone. Refer to the Bianca Cardolo dossier. Often see how your investigation is progressing. Okay.
I should call Detective Brunetta.
Call Brunetta, the detective working on Bianca's case, from the contact section of your cell phone. So, she was murdered 1 week ago in her hometown of Venice, Italy. She was found hanging from a canal bridge. And our job is to determine if Bianca Cardolo's life was similar to that of any famous women in history. Contact details. Ooh, her husband, Dante. And Detective Brunetta. Data points. So, there are 13 of them. And the first one is murdered at age 21 by hanging. So we have to find an additional 12 data points. So contact the detective, yes, Brunetta.
Pronto, Detective Brunetta.
Buongiorno. This is Malachi Rector. I need to speak with you about the death of Bianca Cardolo.
I was told to expect your call. Meet me at 425 alla Due Colonne. That's the site of the murder.
Thank you. I'll see you there.
Murder Bridge. And Cardolo's home and Barossi's Antiques. So 3 locations now. And I think we should go to the murder crime scene first. So to the bridge. And here we are. So that's the detective. Detective Brunetta. Oh, and I can analyze him too.
That must be Detective Brunetta. I wonder how Amble Dexter got the Italian police to work with me. There's definitely more to this than Dexter was willing to tell me.
Alright, let's see. So 4 data points. Red eyes, allergies, working long hours, little sleep, and stone. Of course, working long hours, he is a detective. And bloated stomach, stress-induced acid reflux. Just had a huge meal and drinks beer excessively. Drinks beer. Probably stress-induced acid reflux. Yeah, that makes sense. Smoker. Smokes to avoid eating. Nope. Thinks it makes him look sexy, of course. And high-stress job. This one. And now well-worn coat. 20 years as a detective. Shops at thrift stores. An addiction to dry cleaning. 20 years as a detective. Yes. Oh, got it right. So Brunetta has been a detective for around 20 years. His job is usually stressful, but has been even more so in the past week. Because of this murder? Murder of these young women. Alright, let's talk to him. Oh, someone is peeking out. A nosy old lady.
Are you Detective Brunetta?
That is correct. Mr. Rector?
Yes.
I've been told to answer any questions you have about the death of Bianca Cardolo. I can't say I understand why.
Well, I'm glad to know where you stand, Detective. Let's get started, if you don't mind.
Is she just nosy, or is she spying? And you know what? Maybe she actually witnessed the murder. Need to talk to her after this. Alright, what about yourself, the detective?
It's always good to know your source. You won't mind telling me something about yourself?
That depends on what you want to know.
This is a high-profile case, isn't it? You've been working on it around the clock.
That's right. Never lets you go, a case like this. And what is your stake in it, Rector?
Trying to find her killer? None of your concern, actually.
That's none of your concern.
Have it your way, Mr. Rector.
You've been a detective for a long time. 20 years at least.
That's right. Someone told you about me?
Your experience is obvious.
I will take that as a compliment.
And you know the family personally?
Do you know the Cardolo family personally?
I'm not a part of that high society, even if I have the time to have a social life, which I don't.
And about your orders?
You said you were told to answer my questions. Can I ask by whom?
You don't know?
I'm not in the habit of asking questions I know the answer to.
I was told it came from a mayor's office. You were hired by Signore Cardolo, perhaps?
Perhaps. No, it wasn't Cardolo.
No, it wasn't Cardolo.
Interesting. Well, at least I know that much.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo.
She was a popular figure in Venice. Everyone knew her. She was even named the most beautiful woman in the city several years ago. The public wants her killer found, and so do I.
So a famous victim.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo's murder.
We know she was followed while walking home from a concert. She ran. The killers caught up with her here where we're standing. They hanged her from this bridge.
Sounds familiar. In fact, I read that much in the papers.
I can't read your mind, Mr. Rector. If you have questions, ask them.
Very brutal. And she was alone?
She was walking home from a concert alone?
Yes, her husband is a very busy man. As I understand, she often attended artistic events without him.
Was she robbed? Molested?
No, her purse fell into the canal. We retrieved it. Her money and credit cards were all there. Her jewelry was untouched. There were no signs of rape.
A very strange case.
Were there any witnesses?
No one came forward, even after Signor Cardolo put out a personal request.
Do you have any leads on the killers?
No. If you want my opinion, such as it is, they were professionals. They left no physical evidence on the bridge or on the body. Even the rope was generic.
So, a contract killing, most likely.
Tell me about the Cardolo family.
Dante Cardolo, her husband, is extremely wealthy and a very important man in local politics. Well-respected man, for good reason. Her father, Venetian royalty. It would be difficult to find a more distinguished bloodline anywhere in Italy. This crime has all of Venice in shock, and we have no leads. We haven't found anyone who would want to hurt her.
And yet, someone did.
Yes. If you want my opinion, her family had nothing to do with it. But that begs the question, eh? Who did?
Alright, thanks for the information.
Those are all the questions I have, Detective.
Maybe someday I'll know what this was all about, eh?
I doubt it. Even I don't know what it's all about. But I wish you luck in finding Bianca's killer.
I'll need more than wishes. Arrivederci, Mr. Hector.
Arrivederci.
And that old lady just went back inside. What is going on with her? Alright, before we knock on the door, I want to check something. Let's see how many data points did we get just by talking to the detective. Oh, we got another one. So number 2 is, she was often referred to as the most beautiful woman in the home city. So 2 down, and 11 more to go.